Hi everyone, and welcome to the inaugural edition of the first in many episodes of my own series, Portable Underground, where we take a look at your portable gaming goodness. Since this is the month of August, the game that most people are getting very excited about is of course Metroid Other M for the Nintendo Wii. Now I want to hype up that game even further by talking about one of the portable games in the Metroid franchise. So, without further ado, let's take a look at what many consider to be the most underrated and most underappreciated in the series, Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance.
Metroid Fusion is a non-linear action-adventure game developed by Nintendo for the Game Boy Advance, which is the fourth game created in the main series canon. It's a very fun title, and it is my job to talk about its awesome sauce, as Luke K-Wing would say. Anyway, let's get started. The story for the game is that Samus has been ordered to assist the Galactic Federation on a mission to uncover some strange activity on the Metroid's homeworld, SR-388. Upon coming onto the planet, our heroine bounty hunter, Samus Aran, is attacked by a gelatinous creature called the X-Parasite, and it cripples her consciousness when she nearly collides with an asteroid belt in deep space, and is surgically assisted by the Galactic Federation ship that is nearby. The X multiply in her body, making survival seem very unlikely, but someone has procured a vaccine made of cells from the infant Metroid that Samus saved in the past, and it destroys the X-Parasites in her body without fail. Samus is saved, but now she is ordered to investigate an explosion that occurred after her infected power suit was sent to the BSL research station for further study. Samus must face her fears as she must look into the matter at hand that will lead up to truths and risks that she must take. Metroid Fusion's concept is similar to the same formula with its non-linear exploration, but it seems to be more linear because it is more mission-based rather than found discovery. You are given an assortment of missions to uncover abnormal activity and claiming the abilities that was taken away from many X-parasitic hosts and data rooms in the research station. The abilities in the gameplay make them very easy and intuitive to use. You can gain a variety of missile, power bomb, and energy tank expansions along the way, so put that into consideration if you want to make Samus even stronger. Overall, you just have to follow the main story's objectives in order to complete the game. The design aspect is very nice as the game has a more bright and vibrant color palette with the enemies, backgrounds, objects, and Samus herself. Super Metroid was amazing with how the game looks, but Metroid Fusion really takes the cake with its visuals. Probably the interesting thing to note about this game is two core plot points. The first is Samus's multiple encounters with the SAS, an X-Parasite shaped as Samus's infected power suit. It will constantly harass you and make it seem like it is impossible to survive throughout most of the game before you face it during the final mission. The second plot point would be Samus's relationship with her ship's computer named Adam, named after her late and former commanding officer, Adam Malkovich. The computer is very obsessed with military duty that it hardly shows any trust in Samus Aran, but Adam Malkovich in real life would soften the blow and end any agreement with the phrase, "Any objections, lady?" which slates their trust, the showing of Samus's human elements, and the surprising outcome near the end of the game. One thing it makes you wonder is how Yoshio Sakamoto made this plot element very important to Metroid Fusion's story. Since Metroid Other M is slated to become what he calls the Metroid series holocron, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Overall, does this game have appeal? Of course it does. It is a very fun side-scrolling exploration game to uncover new abilities, upgrades, and expansions for your equipment, as well as this game having some very solid gameplay for a handheld. The story is very interesting with its twists, but very confusing for those who aren't familiar with the Metroid games at all. Plus, the music and sound capture the atmosphere of the many outcomes that Samus has to go through to finish off the X-Parasites in no time. The point is that this game is very fun, even nearly 10 years later, and it is definitely worth picking up.
Now that gets my official seal of approval since the story element is one that is very interesting and the first to be fully utilized in a Metroid game. Will Metroid Other M explain more before and the possibility of Samus' future after Metroid Fusion? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Anyway, I think that'll do it for this edition of Portable Underground. Enjoy your portable gaming goodness, and I'll catch you next time. This is Double RPG signing off. Over and out.